Hello there everyone. In this video we are going to introduce lesson 3 in cse341. So you will continue working on your contacts project, which you started 2 lessons ago, and this time you're going to add a way to create new contacts, edit contacts, and delete contacts. This is what we often call CRUD. CRUD is short for create, read, update, and delete, which you did the read part last week, and then this week, or this lesson, you're going to learn how to do the create, update, and delete parts. We're also going to learn about linters and what those are and how those can help us, and code formatters. So lots of good content in this lesson. Remember, this link is here for you every week. If you go here, there is, it doesn't look like much, but it says each branch contains a collection of code for a given assignment or class activity. If I look at the branches right here, there's a lot of stuff, right? This is for lesson 3. I can look at the class solution. I can look at the personal solution for lesson 3. There's lots of code for you here that can really help, and you can just click on any one of these and pull up the code and see exactly what's there. Okay, so don't forget about that resource. All right, so team activity this week, you have a developer forum. So a lot of companies sponsor these developer forums within their companies to help promote best practices, because there are a lot of different ways to write code. There are a lot of ways to write websites and create applications, and especially in this class, I've left your learning material very, very light, because when you get an internship, you get a job, they're going to give you tasks for something to do, but they're not going to give you a manual on how to do it all, or a textbook, or a bunch of videos and say, oh yeah, here's every single step that you have to follow to be able to produce this. No, they're just going to say, hey, produce this, and you got to go figure it out. And so because of that, all of this material is very, very similar to that, right? It's like, hey, you're going to have to go learn. Here are some resources I found that I thought would be helpful, but it's totally up to you. If these are helpful for you or not, it's your responsibility to go out and learn more of what these things are doing. Okay, and so this team assignment is to kind of help with that. You have an opportunity to share with your peers things that you're learning, cool articles that you find, things that have helped you, best practices, best standards, things like that. So you'll just post, there will be a channel in Teams for you to be able to do this, and you will post your first post with at least 200 words. You have to cite at least 2 sources, okay, so where you learned this stuff, and should be informative, accurate, relevant, not just copy paste, and then you respond to at least two of your peers before the lesson ends. Okay, and then you'll just have this quiz in iLearn to say whether you did this or not. Okay, so that's your team assignment, kind of what to expect there. And then your personal assignment, like I said, you're continuing work with your contacts project, and you'll create a post, put, and delete, and that's pretty much it, right? Make sure each of them works, test it using the REST client that we've been using, push to GitHub, test it on Heroku, make sure everything looks good. What I did, and you'll see it in this video, I added to my REST client, in addition to like my local host routes, I added my Heroku routes too, just so I can test them in my REST client and make sure they worked okay. And so anyway, so you should include that REST file, and then again, you'll submit those GitHub and Heroku links in iLearn. Okay, so here's an example of what it should look like, and here is my solution on GitHub. And again, your solution might look a lot different than mine. It might look a lot better even. There are lots of different ways to do this, but this is a potential solution. So if you're really struggling to figure it out, this is here to help you. So anyways, that's a bit of what to expect this week. Next week, you're actually going to finish your contacts project, or this next lesson. I know it's kind of crazy to think about, but yeah, in the next lesson, you're going to finish the contacts project, and you'll have a full backend connected to a database, and it's going to be great. So anyways, I'm excited for you. Have fun with this stuff. Ooh, I forgot to mention linters and code formatters. So linters, it's just a way to check your JavaScript for both errors and warnings, and even style if you want to, but we're going to use a separate code formatter for style. Let's see. Anyways, there are a lot of them. I'm going to have you guys use ESLint and Prettier. Okay, those are 2 really, really great ones. I love using them. And then once you have them set up, you can use them for the rest of the semester and on any project you ever do. They work with HTML and CSS and JavaScript and a bunch of other languages. And so I have settings set up in VS Code for all of my projects, not just for, back-end websites. And so anyways, I'm excited for you to learn about those too. But I hope you guys have a great lesson and enjoy it, and I'll see y'all next time.